Mike Huber, and I'm pleased to be here tonight. I didn't know I was going to be first. Pleased to be first, but usually I expect some predecessors to tell you how successful they've been in everything, and I thought, now for something completely different. Not everything works the first time. Sometimes things never seem to work. The only screen I want to read is this one. It says, nothing will stop you from being creative so effectively as the fear of making mistakes. Well, I've made my share of mistakes, and I won't go into all of them. We have a time restraint going on. But I'm going to talk about babies in car seats. And believe it or not, on the left-hand side, which has more deaths? You ever watch Deadliest Catch on TV? You'd never catch me on one of those boats. But I used to put babies in a car seat all the time when my babies were younger. They're all going up right now. Look at these graphs. At the top, these are the number of commercial fishermen dying on boats on the water. It's gone down over the years, while the number of babies dying of heat stroke in automobiles remains the same. In fact, now there's more babies dying in car seats due to heat than there are fishermen dying at sea. I decided I'd do something about that. Did a lot of research. I was going to do this great electronic solution. I was spending some time and a little bit of money, and I came across this federal report. This federal report assessed the functional assessment of unattended child seat reminder systems. I didn't know there's a whole slew of people that already did this ahead of me. Let's take a look at it. Well, wait a second, what did it say? New research says they're not reliable. That's why you don't find them for sale anyway. You won't find them at Toys R Us. You don't find them over at Target or anything. They don't work. They're too confusing. Look at all of them. They got wires and electronics, and they're just prone to failure. And I decided that I should do something that's simpler, because I certainly don't have more time, money, and resources. All these companies, including NASA and IBM, have sunk money and effort into making car seats safer in regards to heat stroke, and none of them were successful. I decided, well, I shouldn't give up just yet. I remember working in laboratories, we used to have something called a lockout device. Some of you have probably seen this before. It's real simple. If you don't want anybody using this piece of equipment, you put a padlock on the plug, and they can't use it. It's cheap, it's tremendously effective, it works. It's actually become an OSHA requirement in some places. So I came out with the baby safety seat. The baby safety snap. Looks like this. A lanyard says baby in the car, this little special metal piece on the bottom, and it snaps into any car seat. This goes into the buckle like that. I'm incorporating my demonstration into my presentation. You wear this when you drive and you have a baby in the car. You can't see so well from where you are, I know that, but you come around afterwards, you'll get the gist. I cannot lock this baby in this car seat because this little metal piece is in that little slot where the buckle goes. I have to press the red button to remove it to snap the baby into place. The baby is now secure. I've got the lanyard that says baby safety snap. It's in my hand. I can't say I forgot about it. It's in my hand. I should wear it. If I'm only going to wear it, those times when I'm driving an automobile and I have a car with a baby in the back seat. When I get to my destination, I take this off. I have to press that red button anyways to release the baby, snap it in, take the baby out, everybody's safe. It's really simple. It works effectively well. It's inexpensive, there's no batteries, and it installs in 1 second. If I forget, see the guy in the lower right-hand corner? He's going to walk into the office wearing this lanyard around his neck, and they're going to say, hey, Mike, did you leave a baby in the car? Well, that's unlikely, but that's what people say about leaving a baby in a car. You know, it doesn't happen often, but the catastrophic consequences are such that we should do something about it. I make this, I now have it imported from China. It's at my website, Boone Ventures. Baby Safety Snap is coming out next week, and soon on Amazon, probably in 2 weeks. I got permission to sell them over at my table over there for only $10. Go to my website, it's $14.99. That's my demonstration. I welcome any questions from the audience. One way over here.
When When has the product launched, and do you have any sales?
Thank you. The product really just launched. I had about 100 that were made as prototypes. And I went to a convention to show it off. A big baby convention in Las Vegas. Cost me a lot of money, but I rented the space, I showed it, and what happened? I got on TV. That's not me. But this reporter came by and said, "That's awesome. Can we film you an interview?" And I wound up being on TV in not me, my product. And I won't show you the video because of time consequences and everything. Right now, I've talked to a number of vendors that include Bye Bye Baby, which has over 100 stores, and we're talking about putting this in their stores. We got a ways to go. It's not really quite there yet. They're owned by Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm talking to some major retailers, but I'm also talking to some hospitals that want to brand this and put their name on it, so that when women come in for prenatal classes, or if they wind up having a baby at the hospital, or if they come in for a tour, I want them to give this to every woman who's going to have a baby. They spend a fortune on marketing. To answer your question, I've only sold about 120 of these right now. But in terms of marketing, I have a half-page ad in this magazine called Healthy Mom and Baby. These nurses approached me and they said, "We love this product. We want you to advertise in our magazine. We're nurses and we give this magazine to new moms that come to the hospital." We talked money, and I frankly couldn't afford it, and they wanted me so bad, they reduced the price down to 80%. So I'm only paying 20% to have what they call an educational ad. And this magazine is given to 1 million moms a year. And it's given to them in the hospital by the nurses. So that's my target audience.
Thank you.
Question?
What's your patent strategy, and how do you plan to protect your intellectual property?
I have a patent pending on this right now. I filed what's called an application for a provisional patent. I've got a year that's protected. I've had enough enthusiasm from prospects and people at the show and elsewhere that I will be getting a full-blown patent. I know it costs a lot of money, but it's well worth it. Over here.
How long have you spent?
How long have I what?
How much time and how much money have you spent?
How much time and money have I spent? I'll answer that. I'll tell you a little bit about the struggle. When I first made this, I collected all these buckles. These are the buckles I use on all the car seats. I didn't know it was going to be so hard. I thought, where'd my lanyard go?
On your neck?
Around your neck.
Of course, I lost my neck. Let me take this off, this will interfere with things. I thought I could make a simple buckle that snaps in. If you look at these little plastic tabs, they're different. I didn't know they'd be so different. The black ones don't fit in the gray one, and the gray one doesn't fit in the black one. So I had to do some work and make what I call a master key that makes it work with all of them.
Nice.
So I used to go late nights over to Toys R Us and try this, going down the aisle. When it didn't work, I had to go back to the shop and I had to file it down and make the hole bigger, get some thinner metal, and go back the next night and everything. I've spent, not continually, but this took me 4 to 6 months to develop. And you know, it cost, let's say it cost me less than $3,000 to do. But I've also been doing this quasi full-time, so there's lost opportunity money. I've not long into my old job where I made a decent salary, I'm using that funds to keep myself going. Yes?
What's the patent story?
What's the patent story? Well, the story is I've applied for a patent. I have a provisional application, which protects me for a year. It doesn't cost a lot of money. I did it myself, it was really painful. I suggest you have someone help you or do it for you, but I thought I would bite the bullet and try. I learned a lot, but it cost me more in my time than any money I might have saved to do the provisional application. Yes?
What's your joint venture strategy? Bringing in partners, giving them equity,
Well,
or?
right now, I'm really hoping I do this all by myself. You know, I've got enough money to do this. I had 2,000 of these made in China. The question didn't come up, I'll answer it now. It cost me about $1.20 to get made and imported, and I sell them for $14.99. Over there, I'll sell them for $10. I think the money I get for the ones I sell will bankroll me for future production. If I get a major order, someone says they want to buy 50,000 of them, that's only $60,000 between me and friends and family. I'll be able to take care of that thing. And that's the problem I want to have. I don't have it now. Yes?
Are you also planning to market it to car seat manufacturers?
I'm talking to the car seat manufacturers, and my spin is that I want them to bundle it and sell it with their car seat. If you go down to Toys R Us, you'll see 20 car seats in a row, they all look alike. If one of them had this bright yellow sign said, included in your purchase price, or a little sign that says, when you go online and fill out your online registration, we'll send you one of these for free. That's a small cost for them to gain a sale. So some of them are enthusiastic, we're talking, some of them aren't interested.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.